Hello children. How are you all? Yeah, I am Sonija and I am going to teach you the chapter number 2, History, New Kings and Kingdoms, important topic. In this chapter, Chola dynasty, Chola society is very important topic. So I want to give you some information from Chola society. It is very important point. So I want to explain these points. The king was the most powerful person in the Chola society. As we know, other member of the royal family were also very important person. Below them were the high officials whose offices were often hereditary. They exercised a lot of authority and held up positions of honor in the society. The Brahmins were held in high esteem by the rulers. They are granted tax free land called the Brahmadeya or Agrahara. The Brahmins were held in high esteem by the rulers. They were granted tax free lands and they are called Agrahara. The merchants too held a position of prestige by virtue of their wealth. The majority of people formed the common people. The upper caste dominated the lower classes and put restriction on them. They were debarred from entering the temples and were not allowed to draw water from the village wells or tanks. The state authorities paid great attention to the promotion of agriculture, art, craft, and trade. Land surveys were undertaken and land revenue were assessed on the basis of quality of the land. There was a good system of road and communication. Merchants were organized into guild and carried on internal and external trade. The merchant called Chetis traded with Arabia, Persia, China and countries of Southeast Asia. Many foreign merchants settled in the prosperous coastal towns. The Chola made remarkable contribution to art and architecture. Tanjore had many beautiful gardens, halls, temples and palaces. Brihadeshwara temple at Tanjore built by Raja Rajeshwara is the finest example of temple agriculture in Dravid style. Lofty Gopuram such as one of the Kumbhakonam multi-stored Vimana decorated with a sculpture and the huge seated Nandi. The scared bulls are the chief characteristics of the temple. There are another massive temples. The new capital city built by Rajendra Chola is in the Trichinopoly district. The city was also adorned with the magnificent palaces and a vast artificial lake. The Chola were excellent sculptors too. They were master in making images of gods and goddesses in stone as well as bronze. The Nataraj statue in bronze is a masterpiece of sculpture. Hindus was the main religion of South India through Buddhism, Jainism, Islam were also prevalent. Bhakti movement was also started with the Nayanar and Alvar saints in South India. Devotional songs in praise of Shiva and Vishnu were composed in local language. The temples played an important role in the cultural and economic life of the people in South India. They developed into institutions providing education, medicine, hospitality, employment to people. Each temple had an attached matha which provided free education, food, clothing and boarding to students. Beside cultural activities, live fairs and festivals were also held in the temple premises. These activities are still continuing to the South Indian temple. Sanskrit and Tamil were the main language. Kannada and Telugu were also made popular by the Bhakti saints. The Ramayana and Mahabharata were translated into South Indian language. So children, this is information about Chola dynasty, and it is very important topic. So kindly listen it carefully, and we will discuss next topic in next classes. So thank you children.